Have you ever had a trouble falling asleep or staying asleep? Or you have to wake up a couple times during the night, but none of the solutions that you have found really helpful? Now, that might be because your body is stuck in a fight or flight system. Now, our body has an autonomic nervous system, which helps to regulate with what's going on around us. For example, there's one is called the sympathetic nervous system, and one is called the parasympathetic nervous system. When we see a bear, in the forest, or see a tiger or cougar chasing, behind us, the first thing our body will do is through the nervous system, they raise our heartbeat, they raise our, breathing, and also send a lot of energy into our muscles and increase our cortisol as well, just so we can run away from the cougar or tiger. So when you're running away from a tiger, are you still thinking about sending the message to your stomach just so you can digest the food that you just ate? Maybe a burger you just ate about an hour ago? It's probably not. So that's why the body has put more blood flow and the energy and the nerve flow into the things that really matter to deal with that situation. Now, on the opposite side, the parasympathetic system helps us to rest and digest. Now, what does that mean? It helps to calm down our system, decrease our heart rate, decrease our blood pressure, decrease our cortisol intake, especially when we have to go to sleep as well. Now, our body is constantly in this balance switching between sympathetic and parasympathetic. And the way to communicate between two, or make sure those are aligned, just so when you're running away from a tiger, the body doesn't suddenly tell you to say, okay, we probably don't have to do it, we just have to stay still, we just have to rest. Or when you are resting, the body keeps telling you, okay, you're gonna go. That's why, some people, they're losing that balance between the two. So when we think about this and we see a lot of patients, most of them are stuck in a fight or flight, because there's a lot of things has been going on in our world right now, including all the things happening around us, but also we live in a very high stress environment and society right now. So a lot of people, they're overdrive with their sympathetic system, and then they start to also fall into spending a lot of screen time before they go to bed. Now, with that combination of stress, it tells our body that, okay, we're still in that sympathetic mode. We cannot switch back to the parasympathetic mode. Now, in order to know how to solve this, how to fix with your sleeping problems is not just taking melatonin pills, or some people would do is taking magnesium pills, trying to relax as much as possible, but how can we do it naturally? So one of the things they look at is called the heart rate variability, which is talking about how good our nervous system is functioning in terms of controlling the regulation of that. So what they found is when we have misalignment in our spines, which our chiropractors is specialized to train to assess, to identify, and also correct those misalignments of the subluxations. So once we getting a chiropractic adjustments, it's not just so much about help you with the pain or help you to move easier, although those are really good things to have, but also they help to improve the heart rate variability, which is, I mentioned about the function of the nervous system. What it means that means you have a higher ability to regulate your flight to flight and rest and digest systems too. So when your body needs to go to sleep, it doesn't send the wrong signals from your brain to the rest of the body to say, oh yeah, we're gonna keep you awake. Or vice versa, when you need the body, the energy to go through your day, but suddenly the rest and digest system kicks in, and then you're losing that energy. So chiropractic care is not just about pain. It's about how to get the nervous system function better so that you can improve your sleep, your quality of life, and also able to live with your day with more at ease. So here are some tips, just for, everyone is watching to help improve their sleep. First thing is you need to see a chiropractor, because chiropractor is the one that can assess your nervous system thoroughly and then also able to identify and correct those dysfunction in your spine so that your nervous system function better. The second thing is light. When you have in your bedroom, you're gonna make sure when you go to bed, you're gonna minimize as much as the light coming through the window as much as possible. So that means when you're at night, you're trying to make sure that your curtains, trying to buy something like a completely blackout curtains so that you can have the least stimulations for your brain as much as possible. The second thing is noise. Most of us live in an area that probably with some noises as well. So if you can keep the noise as low as possible, that would be really ideal so that there's least arousals that can keep your brain awake or stimulate your nervous system. The last thing is screen time. A lot of us likes to check our social medias or check whoever call us or text us, probably at least even before we go to bed. Or even we're in bed, we still have our phone next to us. How about this? Let's try to have a screen-free time about 30 minutes prior to go to bed. That way your body is not getting stimulated by the blue lights or any light sources or any kind of social media updates which could stimulate the dopamine, which is instant gratifications that keep looking and stimulate your serotonin and stimulate your brain telling you you're still awake. So screen time is also important. So there are 4 things to help you improve with your sleep. First thing is go to see your chiropractor, get adjusted regularly, get your system checked. The second is trying to get as much as the light minimized as possible within your bedroom. The third thing is trying to get as quiet as you can, so no more loud music or any kind of news popping up here and there to stimulate your brain. But the last thing is, make sure that you also have 30 minutes of screen-free time for yourself. Most of us right now, we're using about close to 5 to 6 hours of screen time on our phone. And this is way too much compared to a long time ago. So we need to stay in our zone that we allow the body to work the best. Hope this tips helps you, and then we'll have more information for you in the future.